Hello and welcome to the chapter 40 of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind. Oh my god, we've done 40 chapters. 5 remains in this season and it's been good. I mean, pretty soon we're going to celebrate the 1 year thing. And yeah, so the last episode underperformed more than usual. I usually say I talk to one person, only one person listens to this, and the last one has zero, like no listens at all, at least at this point, which means my one audience member is kind of falling behind. Uh, but the weird thing is, my YouTube episode, because I upload this episode simultaneously on Anchor and on YouTube. The reason they don't go up as soon as I'm done recording is the fact that I need to wait for Headliner to do my video before. Oh my god, there's a commotion outside. I'm still at my mother's house, by the way. So yeah, it's just easier for me here. And yeah, so I have one listen on that is the whole video. So maybe my one listener went to YouTube on this one, or that's a different listener. Anyways, if you do like this show, I don't know, share it. More importantly, I mean, if you like it, if you don't like it, you're not listening to this. But if you do, just I will do it because I like doing it, but an encouragement wouldn't be bad. My drink today is yet another syrup and water, but it's not blue curacao, it's actually mojito, which I've made in a pitcher and I'm sorry for that hard P. I should remember to keep my mouth at a slight angle. So it's mojito, and I've made it in a pitcher, and I had the foresight of actually like filling a glass, and I do have a straw. It's the same glass that I used I don't remember what it was last week. I think it was Bullicus. I was still in a pitcher, but yeah, I have a straw now, so. And it's cold and refreshing and so good. I think Bullicus and water is basically the official drink of the show at this point, if at any point in my life. And it's highly unlikely, but if at any point in my life I make a spin-off, like if the last thoughts of Two Busy Minds, which is the special episodes of this, which I have a guest on, ever becomes like a face-to-face thing, I will definitely bring blue curacao syrup and water as the official drink and giving it to the guest, because we've had so much of that. And it's very unhealthy. It has a bunch of additives as well as artificial colors, which, I mean, my tongue turns blue the instant I'm done with a picture of it. Anyway, what happened this week? By the way, I know I'm not alone in this, but I watched A Closer Look by Seth Meyers, and I don't really like Seth Meyers when he's with a guest. I don't think he's a good interviewer, unlike Conan O'Brien, which I sometimes watch the interview. He's the only talk show host where I watch the interviews of on my own accord. Like, I watch Conan talking to. Actually, as I'm talking right now, it might be out. I'm recording this at 12:51. So yeah, it's early in Friday, but as I'm talking, it might be out. Conan had a JB Smooth today, the guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I know him from movie 43. That was the first time I saw him, and I'm sorry, that's a shitty movie. I feel bad because he's a really funny guy, and I got to see him there first, and I kind of watch his interviews on my own accord. Like, if I have to, I watch Seth Meyers talk to Jeremy Irons because I love Jeremy Irons, or uh, I need to listen to the news about this movie, so I watch Jimmy Fallon or James Corden, but I don't like to watch them. Um, One of my Peter Stormare, which is a great actor, had an appearance on James Corden. He was talking about John Wick and how Hollywood executives just don't understand Eastern European accents, and they say it's just Eastern European, be the bad guy. And it was on James Corden's channel, and I was thinking, oh my god, this would be so much better if Conan was doing it. And fucking James Corden. Ruined the Friends special too. He was the most annoying part of that. It's in his contract at this point. I need to be the most annoying part. Anyway, why is this chapter called That Feeling in Your Throat? Because I have that feeling in my throat. That you ever had it when it feels like somebody is slowly choking? I'm choking myself, by the way, and doesn't let you breathe, but it's on the inside. Like there is this tiny guy in the inside of your throat, and he sometimes slides down in that part between your lungs, and sort of stretches his hands and feet and doesn't let you breathe. I have that feeling because this week is a continuation of the last week, which, as poor as the last week performed, I'm hoping this one doesn't underperform as well. I hope so. I did. That zero really bothers me, to be honest. Because what am I doing with my time and money and life? And I told you MB came back, and this week we sort of finished that. We talked. It was basically she didn't want to feel bad about how she treated me, so she apologized and all of that. And I don't know, there are still stuff that I haven't moved on with. The good news is after literally weeks of being bombarded by it, being nagged for it, I don't know what to call it. My friend basically told me over and over and over again, I actually have a therapist appointment with a guy that my friend recommended because he do online stuff, and it's better because I don't have to leave the house. But it's next week, I think, or 2 weeks from now. I mean, today in Persian calendar is 28th of Hodad, which is an election day, by the way. I'll do a little bit on that too. And he said the 5th of the next month, but Hodad is 31 days. So, 1 week. Is it 1 week though? Yeah, it's Thursday next week, so yeah. By the next time I'm recording this, I've had my first appointment if everything goes as smoothly as I want. So, there is that. And the election. There is an election today. I'm not voting because, as much as I said I don't like to talk politics, and I did a whole thing on politics. Which chapter was that? I know it was second season, so it's after chapter 20, but I don't remember the exact chapter number. Holy shit, no it wasn't. Oh no, it was. Yeah, it was chapter 18. It was second season, but it wasn't after 20, it was 18. So I did it fairly early, but yeah. Chapter 18, I talk about politics. It has 7 listens, which is good. It's one of the good ones. And oddly enough, my highest listened episode is after the parenting simulator, which is a game, is relocation depression, which I didn't know people had this many. Holy shit! There's a car outside. This many people had suffered from relocation depression, but I guess, if it helps people, and or if they just enjoy listening to it, or if they just understand what I mean, all of them equally good. And so you're not alone, all of that. So yeah, there's an election, and I'm not voting because I don't believe in it. And maybe I should rename this episode, because I don't think I'm talking about that feeling in my throat that much. I do have it. I feel broken, but I am trying to keep a happy facade because I don't want to give in to that feeling of brokenness. Mostly because if I do that, she wins. She already won. I mean, she got to treat me like shit and just went and lived a happy life. She's now outside of Iran, by the way, which is good. Nobody needs to be here. But yeah, I'm really. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, maybe I should rename it. There is a higher chance that the episode will be renamed than it being that feeling in your throat. But I usually like to do it before because I like to tell the name of the episode. But maybe it will not be. We'll see. I'm thinking about it as I'm talking. Anyways, there's an election. And I'm terrified of it because there is this guy in Iran, which is sort of the equivalent of, how do I say it in international? It's the equivalent of Putin. And the last election he lost, which was the one I voted in. Do I regret it? I mean, I regret being in Iran. I don't regret that I voted that one time because at that time I really believed it was important for this guy, Raisi, to not become the president. Now, I don't really care because I don't think it'll be that much of a difference. I mean, yeah, he will be worse, but not by much. And I mean, I don't. I'm not going to vote. I don't believe in it in Iran, at least. I believe in it outside of Iran. I believe in it as a democratic means of electing a leader, but not in Iran. When your election is decided by one guy who sits at the top, the Führer. I'm doing a tangent. I don't believe in it in Iran. I don't like any of the candidates. I don't care about any of the candidates. I don't really care about the Iranian public, as I'm saying time and after time, so I don't really care. At the same time, I realize that's the general consensus, conscience. It's the general vibe of everyone my age and my age group, actually, not just my age group, that we're not going to vote. What really bothers me, mostly annoys me, is the fact that we all agree on this. And every time I open my Instagram, there is like 30 stories saying, we are not going to vote. Yeah, I know. In all of my Instagram adventures, in all of my... In everything that happened in this year, no one ever said they were going to vote. Like, no one. So who are we doing this for? I mean, most of these people have mutual friends with me. Like, I know who they follow and who follows them, and why are we doing this? It's that feeling of, I've talked about this way early too, and I don't remember the exact episode. It's the early chapters, and the early chapters of The Last Thoughts are not very good. My voice is much worse. Everything is much worse. Anyways. It's less structured, even less structured than now, and I didn't have a drink then. I'm going to take a sip, by the way, my throat hurts. Doesn't help. Doesn't help. Oh yeah, it's that feeling. So yeah, uh, I don't see why we need to say it. Like, aside from getting political clout of, yeah, I'm with you, I'm in your camp, which I mean, okay, I mean, you do you, dude. What the fuck is going on? Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, yeah. So there's an election today. It doesn't matter. I mean, by next week, we might. I may not be able to upload in case there is like riots. They have a tendency to shut off the internet. So if they do, you won't be hearing from me. But if not, you'll hear from me. Oh, I have like 3 minutes left. Oh no, 4 minutes left. So yeah, good, good, good. And yeah, what led me to? Oh yeah, the therapist. Yeah, I'm going to talk to a therapist by next week, and I think it's not a therapist. I think it's a psychoanalyst. I'm not sure, and I know I should be sure, but if you know me, I'm not sure. And oh, by the way, and oh my god, I hope it's not at the same time. I should have looked at it. No, 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 no. It's on Tuesday. In like Tuesday, I have another interview with Alex, the guy from Broken Bulbs. Which, if you haven't, go listen to the last episode. In the description, you can find a link. And I have another interview, and I'm kind of looking forward to that too. Generally things are not going well, but I do have plans, and I'm trying to be better. Maybe that'll be the name of the episode. Chapter 40, Bettering Yourself. Or Betterment. Betterment, yes, that's it. Chapter 40, Betterment. Whether it's election for betterment, or me talking about trying to be better. Anyways, as I've talked about in length, I think I've been reading the American Gods novel, the Neil Gaiman novel American Gods, and it's taking me a long time because I've read it once, and so it reaches Lakeside, which is not my favorite part. It's right after Cairo, and it's just a slog. But yeah, it's just reaching there, and I'm just plowing my way through it. But at the same time, this is where the show is. Like when the show was cancelled, this is where it was. So I've started writing the script for it, and I'm hoping to bring back the channel by like early July. Early July. If not the vault, which I'm having second thoughts on, to be honest. I don't think a structured show might be that good because it will take a lot of time, and I'll do it. As for per anything, I'll make a pilot for it, and I see what I feel about it, the process, and the end product. So yeah, with that, at least the good, the bad, and the interesting will be going out at early July. And yeah, I have less than a minute left. So yeah, again, as usual, if you can, send me a message on Anchor, and I will play your message at the beginning of the next episode. There is a 1 minute limit, but you can send multiple ones if you want them to be heard back to back. And if you are on Anchor or on any other platform, if it's off my RSS feed, you will have a link to my YouTube. Go there, subscribe there. You can listen to this there, and there you can find AK88 channel and the ASP, and you can watch some other stuff. Those are more structured, I promise, and usually have a point other than me talking about myself. So yeah, go listen to them, go watch them, And in that YouTube channel, you can also watch I Crafter, which I haven't done an episode for in over a month. It's bordering on 2 months, but I'm going to do it fairly soon. See you next week.